Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another chat video. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Kristi. In today's video, I am going to catch you all up on where I have been, what has been going on, why have I only put out a couple videos this month, and just kind of let you know my plans for my channel and just things like that. So before I get to what's been going on, I want to first say thank you so much to all of you who have reached out to me and, asked how I'm doing, things like that. And I have to say, I have missed you all so much. I've missed doing my videos. I've missed our little chats. I've missed hearing how you're all doing. But I've had a lot going on in the past month. I've had to take some time away from my channel to focus on some personal things, some health things. So I will fill you all in on how that's all going. But let me first start by saying that I am back to doing videos. So before I go into all the, I don't want to say drama, but the unfortunate events that have taken over our lives, I guess you could say, I do want to say that as of this week, I am getting back to my videos. There may be a few changes in some of the videos, but for the most part, everything's going to be the same. I just may be doing some additional videos and backing off some. So I'll talk about that in a minute. So where have I been? The last chat video I think I did was back a little over a month ago when our 12-year-old Chihuahua Scooby passed away. And I mentioned how devastated we were, and we were just really focused on getting Molly, our other 12-year-old, she's a hound mix, just really focusing on her, making sure she was okay. And some of you may have seen, if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you may have seen that 4 weeks after Scooby passed, we ended up losing Molly. I've tried to do this video so many times and I couldn't. After doing the one about Scooby, I just couldn't do another video. So that's why it's taken me this long to do this one. So we found out that Molly had cancer. She was just not acting herself. She was very lethargic and really not eating, just not herself at all. Molly is more, like Scooby was really the lazy type, like just leave him alone and let him be lazy. Molly is the running, if there's a bird in the yard, she's going to chase it, just very active. Molly was very active. So for her to be just lazing around, it's absolutely not her. It's not her lifestyle. So we took her to the vet and she had an ultrasound and x-rays and everything. It was determined that she had a mass on her abdomen. And when they did further testing, they found that it was attached to her spleen. And the reason that we had to make the choice quickly was because they said that the mass could bleed out and it could rupture, like her spine could rupture, I guess. And then that would make her like gasp for air and not be comfortable as she passed away. And they said that it would be very hard for us to watch. So we chose to let her pass peacefully. And so we did have her put down. My daughter came home. My daughter was with her. We always say that she's my daughter's dog. She's our dog. We had her since she was a baby. We rescued her from SPCA. She was I think she was 2 months when we got her. The SPCA got her because somebody was driving down the road and they threw a bag out of the car and it ended up being her and her brother. Thankfully, the car behind stopped and saw what was in the bag, saw it was the 2 puppies and brought her to SPCA. So we actually had gone back to SPCA the day after we got her because we felt so bad, like, okay, we need to get her brother, and he was gone at the time. So anyway, Caitlin was only 12 when we got her, and so Caitlin grew up with her, became her pet, so to speak. She was all of our pet, but she slept with Caitlin while Caitlin lived at home. So she kind of became Caitlin's dog. So Caitlin did come when we had her put down. She was there and she was holding her. So Molly wouldn't have had it any other way. So that was very hard. To lose both our dogs in a 4-week period was tremendously hard. Coming in the house and having it be so quiet is difficult. Little things like putting on a pair of sweatpants or something and not having there be fur on them, just the little things that you think about. So it has definitely been hard. If you are a pet lover, you completely understand that. And then we just, after that, everything just spiraled. We had about a week after that, my 58-year-old cousin had a brain aneurysm and he ended up passing away. that was so difficult on my family. The town that he lives in, it was like he was known throughout the whole town. He ran the family farm. He just was he just was tremendous. He was heaven gained an angel, let me just tell you, because this man was just absolutely amazing. I'm so honored to call him a cousin. So that happened, and then another week after that, I don't even think it was a week. This was just about a week and a half ago that this next thing happened. My husband and I have best friends. We've had these friends for 16 years. We actually met the wife first. We met her and then got along so well with her, and then ended up meeting her husband, and we've just been friends for 16 years. We've gone out together, just lots of things. They are very much like my husband and I. They're best friends. They do everything together. You know, everybody says my husband and I are kind of pathetic because we love each other's company. This is that couple. They are the same exact way, been together forever. They're best friends. Well, he had a heart attack a week and a half ago, and he passed away. And he was only 50 years old. So it's been rough. And we are very worried about our friend, his wife, just because, you know, she doesn't know anything but him. I mean, like, it's very hard for me personally to lose him. He's our friend. That's hard. But when I think about what my girlfriend is going through, I can't even comprehend it. Like, I can't comprehend it. And it's just really hard because they lost their daughter 3 years ago. So it's just been rough. It's been very rough. So we have just had a whirlwind of bad events happening. If you have followed me for some time, you know I'm a very positive person. I try not to let bad things get me down, but this has really taken me for a loop. And I am definitely doing better. I'm on the mend. I'm not doing as bad as I was. Unfortunately, many of you know that I have that horrible invisible disease called ulcerative colitis, which is the sister disease to Crohn's disease. They call it an invisible disease because on the outside it doesn't look like the person has a disease. It's all in the gut. So basically what it is the intestines are inflamed. So I have ulcers throughout my intestines when I'm in a flare. I normally can keep the disease in remission for a long time. In fact, I had it in remission for 7 years, a few years back, and change in medication, flipped it out, and I ended up in a flare. Good old insurance stopped covering my medication. Anyway, that's a whole nother video. But so I do go in and out of flares. The flares, you can't control them. They kind of come and go as they please, but they find that stress is definitely a trigger for flares. So I'm sure the amount of stress that I've been under has led to quite a bad flare this time. So I have I was, not this past week, but the week before, I was down to where I could only eat like chicken and rice. I couldn't eat very much. Everything was just throwing me off. I was weak, I was lethargic. One of the problems is your body doesn't absorb the minerals and nutrients that you need. So you have to be careful because you can end up in the hospital on IVs. I have not gotten to that point, thank God. I've been doing the best I can at home, but it's definitely something that is hard on your body. I go through a lot of different things like my face. I'll get dermatitis on my face. I get canker sores. I get eczema in my ears. Like all these different manifestations come with it. You know, obviously the bleeding. I get joint pain. I get just extreme fatigue, headaches, just you name it. There's so many different manifestations that come with it. But the biggest thing is my eating. I haven't had fruits and vegetables in a few weeks now because I just can't tolerate fruits and vegetables right now. So that's part of the reason why I haven't done meal preps and that type of videos, because the way that I'm eating is just really boring right now. But I'm getting back to it, and I think this weekend I'll be able to do a meal prep. So I'm hopeful that I'm on the mend and, you know, can just really look forward to getting better. Weight-wise, I know I'm up. because of the way that I'm eating. So right now I'm eating a lot of carbs. I'm eating rice, pasta, white carbs, white rice, white pasta, because I can't have whole wheat or fiber right now. So I'm just eating a lot of potatoes, white pasta, white rice, and you know, that type of thing. I'm eating those type of things just because it's more comforting on my gut. So needless to say, I'm getting too many calories. So what does this all mean for my channel? It really doesn't mean anything except that I may change a few things. So I may not do a meal prep every single week. I might just do like every other week and then stick a different type of video, you know, in its place. But I think that that's probably the best way for me to do it. First of all, I don't want to get overwhelmed and, you know, end up overdoing myself. That's first and foremost. I need to really focus on that. I go back to work tomorrow, so we'll see how I do. I have several videos that I'm working on at one time, so I'll be getting some videos out. I'm planning to do a meal prep video this weekend. Not really sure exactly what it's going to be, but I'm planning on that. But honestly, for now, I'm probably going to be counting calories temporarily until I can get back to Weight Watcher points, just because of the fact that Weight Watchers really assigns their points based on the assumption that you're going to be eating fruits and vegetables to fill up. And I'm not doing that right now. So for example, there's a cereal bar that I eat that I get from Aldi, and it's 5 points, which is kind of high for a cereal bar, but it's only 130 calories. So if I'm counting, because of the way that I'm having to eat right now, if I count points, I am not going to be getting the caloric intake that I need. And that is what is most important to me, is making sure that I get that caloric intake. So I think for now, that's what I'm going to do, just count the calories. As far as my weight, I know I'm up. I'm probably up, I would say 10 pounds. So I'm going to guess that I'm still down total about 40. But it's definitely not where I want to be, but it's where I need to be for now. So that's all I can do, is just focus on my gut health for now. And then I know the weight will come back off once I kind of get all those healthy habits back in place. You know, with how fatigued I wasn't able to get my steps in. I just kind of really wasn't doing much of anything. I was eating what I could and just really trying to do the best that I could to get my sleep, to get my rest, and get myself better. So that's where I stand. But I am not going to let this get me down. I am going to get better. I'm going to improve. I'm so excited to start getting my videos out again. Like I said, I've missed you all so much. I am so motivated to get back on track. You all don't even know how much I am craving a huge tossed salad. I cannot wait until I can have one of those. I guarantee the first time I eat that again, I will be posting it on social media, because it's just, I miss it so much. And that's what's most frustrating about this disease is, honestly, y'all, I love eating healthy foods. I love lean meats. I love the healthy fats. I love fruits and vegetables. And when you can't eat those, it just gets really frustrating. And you're kind of like, well, what's the point of anything? You know, you got to be careful that you don't let your mind play games on you like that. But I am not going to let this keep me down. I'm going to slowly get back into things. I'm going to be putting videos up. So thank you all again so much for your patience, for your understanding when things like this happen and I kind of have to put pause on. Although I don't think I've really had the brakes on my channel as much as I have this time, but I've never dealt with all the unfortunate events that have happened either. So make sure to let me know in the comments how you all have been doing, because I really miss hearing how you're doing. Let me know about your non-scale victories, any scale victories, whatever you want to share with me. I really miss hearing how you're all doing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I love y'all. I'll talk to you in my next video. I'm Kristi, and I'm getting back to planning us healthy.
You're perfect as you are.